Passaic County Commissioners meeting for, May 23rd, 2023. At this time, I'll ask for a roll call.
County Commissioners Cruz.
Here.
Duffy.
Here.
Gallo.
Here.
James.
Here.
Lazara. Deputy Director Bartlett.
Here.
Director Lepore.
Here, Commissioner Lazar is on vacation this evening. Announcement of the open public meeting law.
Ladies and gentlemen, notice requirement of the Open Public Meetings Law has been satisfied with respect to this meeting, specifying the time, date, and location, including the annual notice, adopted the reorganization meeting, filed with the county clerk, posted in the administration building, and mailed to 2 newspapers in accordance with the provisions of the law.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me with the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence to remember all the men and women who have died while serving in the United States Armed Forces, and for all those who have died from COVID-19, especially the 2,258 residents of Passaic County. Also, please keep in your thoughts the mayor of Passaic, Mayor Hector Laura, lost his brother this week. The mayor of Passaic, Hector Laura, his brother Henry passed away, and also our former assignment judge, Judge Passaic, passed away last weekend also. Thank you. The invocation will be held during the administrator's report. Before I move on, there's one announcement I'd like to make. We have a new addition to Passaic County. He arrived on Saturday, and maybe Commissioner Cruz can fill us in on the details.
Thank you, Director. Yes. So the baby was born Saturday at 4:13 a.m. So a week and 2 days old. He's doing well. Mom is doing well. Everything couldn't be better. So thank you.
And the baby's name?
Olias.
All right.
Thank you.
To a director, is he registered yet to vote?
Okay, I'll go right to administrator. All right. Take a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion made by James, second by Cruz. Roll call.
County Commissioners Cruz.
Yes.
Duffy.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett.
Yes.
Director Lepore.
Yes. And approval of proclamations 1 through 9.
Move those.
Second.
Moved by Bartlett, second by James. Roll call.
County Commissioners Cruz.
Yes.
Duffy.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett.
Yes.
Director Lepore.
Yes, at this time, I'll move over to the administrator's report.
Thank you, Director. Tonight, we have the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month celebration. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Sheriff Burdick. I'm going to turn things over to Commissioner Bartlett.
Good evening and welcome. It's wonderful to have a full house here to celebrate AAPI Heritage Month. And I hope you enjoy the slideshow that we have. I hope you enjoy the art behind us, which I'll talk a little bit about in just a moment. AAPI Americans are a group that comprise more than 50 nationalities. You look at the cover of our program and you realize it's a lot of time zones. It's a lot of the most fascinating and remarkable parts of the world. And it's such a great opportunity to pause now and celebrate a place with such rich religious diversity, cultures, languages, and cuisines that the rest of the world has literally been seeking out for millennia. Immigration from Asia was largely banned for most of the 20th century. ending with the 1965 Immigration Reform Act that was signed right here in New Jersey. President Lyndon Johnson, sitting with his back to the New York skyline, said, "This is an important thing that we're doing, and it's the right thing to do, but it's really not going to change much." Well, little did he know. Today, 1 in 9 New Jerseyans is Asian American, more than 1 million people in our Garden State alone. And the more we learn, the more we learn. In New Jersey, we now have a state mandate, thanks to Governor Murphy, to teach about the AAPI experience in social studies and history classes in our K through 12 schools. This has been the product of activism of community organizations, some of whose members are right here in this room. And in 2022, Governor Murphy created the New Jersey AAPI Commission, and Dr. Kathy Joshi, a past honoree, and also my wife, is a member of that commission representing Passaic County and her Indian American community. Now, this year, President Biden changed this month. You might have noticed if you've been here before, it was Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Now it's AAPI. President Biden actually changed it again this year to Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month to recognize issues affecting the indigenous populations of our 50th state. And that's important because we need to acknowledge discrimination and injustice when it occurs. We need to own that part of our history too, from the treatment of Native Hawaiians to the internment of innocent Japanese Americans during World War II, to post-9/11 backlash violence that targeted South Asian Americans, not just Muslims, but also Sikhs, Hindus, Christians, and others. Anti-Asian violence has continued to be part of the American epidemic of mass shootings, from the attack on a Sikh house of worship in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, to the targeted killing of 8 East Asian American women in Atlanta, Georgia 2 years ago, to last week's shooting in Allen, Texas, where a gunman targeted that mall because it was frequented by immigrants. And of those killed, 3 were Chinese American and 1 was an Indian American woman. This is leading to amazing advocacy by so many segments of the AAPI community, with movements like Stop AAPI Hate, legal advocacy groups, and local organizations that are working hard to raise visibility and advocate for AAPI students and others. Passaic County is representative of the diversity and vitality of these populations, from Filipinos and Bangladeshis to Indian and Pakistani immigrants and their children and grandchildren, to Korean American and other East Asian American communities, and the growing number of biracial and multiracial Asian Americans like my son. This year, we are celebrating one particular facet of the Asian American and Pacific Islander story in Passaic County: entrepreneurship, creating opportunity. Today, you're going to meet business owners who are doing extraordinary things in our county, not just growing businesses and providing jobs, but giving back through philanthropy, community involvement, and advocacy for their communities and the people they serve. Few groups have done as much to connect with the wider community than the BAPS Temple in Clifton. And as I wrap up these welcoming remarks, I'd like to welcome 7 girls from the temple to come up and lead us in an invocation. Thank you all very much for coming. Temple Van?
Good evening and namaste to all. In the spirit of Vasudev Kutumbakam, we want to extend Vasudev Kutumbakam mean one world, one family. We are all one. Let us reach out to extend the circle of global harmony to each and everyone and peace to all. We'll sing a Vedic prayer which talks about peace in the world and every human heart.
Shanti Prithvi Shanti Abha Shanti Rokhadaya Shanti Vanaspataya Shanti Vishvedeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagu Shanti 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 Shama Shanti Redhi Jato Yata Samira Sitato Abhayam Guru Sannaha Guru Raja विश्वानि देव सवितरुदितानि स्वधा जगदन्ना स्वाहा ॐ शान्तिः 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 शान्ति भवतु सर्वारिष्ट शान्ति भवतु.
The meaning of this prayer goes as follows. Unto the heaven be peace, unto the sky and earth be peace. Peace be unto the water, unto the trees and herbs be peace. Unto God be peace, unto Brahma and unto all be peace. And may we realize this peace. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much, girls, for being part of that. Please be sure to stick around and get some gifts that we have for you. And everybody, please be sure to stick around afterwards. We have a wonderful meal down in the atrium, as we always do, from Jyoti Indian Cuisine in Wayne. We're also fortunate to have some wonderful art and photography on display today. And I want to thank photographer Jin Hong Kim and artist Jong Suk Kim for taking the time to share their beautiful work with us. Please take time after the meeting to come up and get a closer look at their beautiful works of art. We're next going to have a Korean traditional folk song, and I want to welcome Dr. Sung Bae Ju and his accompanist to join us. The Geomundo boat song is a labor song sung by fishermen in Geomundo in the southern province of Jeollanam, the home of the photographer Jin Hong Kim, whose work is displayed today. So as you listen, look at the figures in the black and white photos behind me and imagine their voices and their lives. This song is made up of unique melodies and language with local dialects remaining intact. The traditional accompaniment instruments are drums, jangu, and so forth. And by tradition, the fishermen sing the song in a call and repeat style. There are many kinds of boat songs, those that mimic the sound of rain, the sound of sailors singing while rowing, or the sound of walruses, and those that pray for abundance to the Dragon King. Please welcome Dr. Sung Bae Ju and accompanist Ho Jung Choi of the Bel Canto Opera Company singing the Geomundo boat song.
해가 떠서 일광일세 오야 뒤야 달이 떠서 월광일세 오야 뒤야 수로 천리가 멀다 해도 아침은 점점 가까워지고 이술은 점점 멀어들 가네 오야 뒤야 오야 뒤야 어기영차 노져가세 어기영차 노져가세 남의 바다가 어디매냐 쇠 바다가 어디매냐 이 바다를 건너면은 고기 바탕이 나온다네 오야디야 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 노져가세 며칠을 가서 남해를 갈거나 몇 날을 가서 서해를 갈거나 여보서도 사고 말 들어봤어 배전이 어디를 돌아들 가나 걱정을 말고 그늘을 가세 호야디야 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 너도 갔세 호야디야 호야
My goodness, thank you very much. Talk about not needing a microphone. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. So as they say, the last shall be first. And I want to begin our recognition of honorees this evening by asking Fa Wai Park to join me at the podium. I have to tell you, Mr. Park, the more I read about you, watched your videos online and so forth, the more fascinating your story becomes. And I think as you all hear me read this, you'll realize what a remarkable piece of Passaic County's story, Fa Park's story is. I'm going to start with the formalities. Whereas the month of May has been designated as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in recognition of the outstanding achievements and contributions made in the United States by immigrants from Asia and the Pacific Islands and their descendants, the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Passaic deems it fitting and appropriate at this time to honor and recognize Fa Wai Park. Whereas Fa Park was born in the Republic of Korea and came to the United States in 1980 to pursue his dream of becoming an opera singer. And whereas in 1984, while traveling to Manhattan for music lessons, he noticed a woman struggling to paint her nails in a moving taxicab. And this observation inspired Fa Park to invent a simpler, more efficient application process to deliver the same stylish results as liquid polish. And whereas with this inspiration in mind, Fa Park became self-educated in the fields of chemistry, engineering, fabricating, and business, building his own manufacturing equipment and testing numerous formulations before finally developing the world's first 100% real nail polish strip, all while supporting his family, including his wife Helen and their children Hannah and Philip, working in retail and as a music teacher. And whereas Fa Park opened his first factory in 1988 in Belleville and another facility soon thereafter in Clifton, entered research and development contracts with major cosmetic companies in 2001, developed and launched his first private label brand in 2005, launched In Coco Products LLC in 2015, achieved mass market acclaim with the launch of the Sally Hansen private label brand, and launched the Color Street direct sales brand in 2017, which is now among the Direct Selling News Global 100 and the recipient of 2 Direct Selling News Bravo Growth Awards in 2019 and 2021. And whereas Fa Park has recorded more than 30 patents for the unique equipment and processes used to create his nail products. And whereas today, all of Color Street and In Coco products are designed, manufactured, marketed, and shipped from facilities in Clifton and Totowa, Passaic County, where the company employs more than 700 people and has helped to revolutionize the global $9 billion nail polish market. And whereas the Color Street Foundation, where Helen Park serves as chairwoman, has given more than $6.5 million to charitable organizations and causes, including childhood cancer and autoimmune diseases, autism awareness, and suicide prevention. And whereas Fa Park has been recognized for his community service with a Lifetime Achievement Award from the President of the United States in 2021, and for his technical and business achievements with an honorary doctoral degree in engineering from Hanyang University. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Passaic County Board of County Commissioners that it hereby publicly recognizes and applauds Fa Wai Park for the significant contributions he has made and the global acclaim he has earned in his field. and for the exemplary service and leadership he has unselfishly devoted to the County of Passaic and the community. And be it further proclaimed that this Board of County Commissioners wishes Fa Wai Park, his family, and all the employees of Color Street continued happiness and success.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everything you did. Truly extraordinary.
Thank you. This is a great honor to receive this kind of award in the Passaic County. The Passaic County is very meaningful and important the place to support my business last 17, 18 years. I started from almost zero to $1 billion entity in business, globalizing, started from Passaic County to whole about 15 countries in the world. So we hired in local here about 700 employees, and we keep growing to the world. So I really appreciate that the county and even our resident around. Even I'm very proud of I'm Asian American, also islander here. So thank you for your support, and I'm proud of myself and you as well. Thank you for John, the Commissioner John Bartlett, and set up great event for just like me and some other our Asian Americans. So I really appreciate again, and God bless you and God bless America. Thank you.
Stay up here for just a sec. I want to welcome Sheriff Richard Burdnick up. Our Passaic County Clerk, Danielle Ireland Imhoff, also prepared a certificate for you, and I know the sheriff has one as well.
Okay, the Sheriff Richard Burdnick, I met him in the Clifton about 10 years ago. So he made a great job for support and protect our community and our society. I always appreciate his effort and his job. Thank you.
Yeah, please do.
So again, I would just like to say a few words. Fa, you're an inspiration. I did get to see your operation right from the very beginning, many, many years ago in the city of Clifton. And I was amazed the fact that you told me that you made those machines yourself. And again, to go from where you started to where you are today, and for a lot of people in the audience, you may not know, but Color Street or the nails, the ladies would know, is that they're vinyl nails that just snap right on. An amazing product. Again, you are a rock star in that world. There's no doubt about it. And again, you are great to the community, and I thank you. And also, again, all the Asian Islanders. I have some additional awards for you as well. Again, so Fa, again, congratulations. It's a well-deserved honor, and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
I know, Mr. Park, you've got to get going to a family birthday party. We're glad you're here, and we're going to take a quick picture before we move on.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right.
Every one of these things.
I want to invite my colleague, who probably hasn't had quite so much sleep these last couple of days, down to deliver our next proclamation to Akas and Ismat Ali from the BD Supermarket in Patterson.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. There we go. This is a festive occasion, so we need the energy to honor these individuals that have contributed so much to our community and to our economy, most importantly, providing jobs and improving the quality of life of the areas they're in. And I say that because BD Supermarket centralized right in the second ward in the heart of the Bengali community. We have our councilman at large that represents that community, Councilman Udine. Thank you for being here. And as a Pattersonian myself, growing up in that neighborhood, I've seen single-handedly the impact that this type of business has on the community and the change that it can create around to serve its purpose to its residents and, of course, to the Bengali community. So I congratulate you for that, and I'll read the proclamation. Whereas the month of May has been designated as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in recognition of the outstanding achievements and contributions made to the United States by immigrants from Asia and the Pacific Islands and their descendants, to the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Passaic deems it fitting and appropriate at this time to honor and recognize Akas and Isma Ali in the BD Supermarket. Whereas Akas and Isma are brothers born in a small village in Bangladesh who immigrated here to the United States with their parents and 7 other siblings in 1972, where they were 8 and 14 years old. Whereas Akas and Isma attended Patterson Public Schools and graduated from the John F. Kennedy High School, after which Akas then graduated from the City University of New York, and Ismat attended engineering aeronautics, known as Vaughn College in Queens, whereas both men began their careers in hospitality industry, with Ismat working at the Waldorf Astoria, Stanhope, and Roosevelt Hotels, and Akas Ali working at the Widows of the World in the World Trade Center prior to the September 11, 2001, and at the W Hotel in Times Square. Don't worry, the baby crying, I'm immune to that already. It's just, I just keep going. Whereas Akas and Isma launched their first company, Basmati Indian Restaurant in New York City in 1990, then returned to their Patterson roots by launching the Bangladesh Indian grocery Noya Bazaar Supermarket in collaboration with several of their cousins in 2005. Whereas Akas and Isma founded BD Supermarket in 2018. Within 5 years, BD Supermarket has grown to become Patterson's largest and most well-known Bangladesh supermarkets. Whereas the BD Supermarket is not just a supermarket, but also a community gathering place where the Ali family has hosted numerous community celebrations, welcomed volunteers from Passaic County and the U.S. Census Bureau to conduct Census 2020 outreach and data collection. Since 2019 offers Bangladesh consular service to residents, can save time and money by avoiding the need to go to the consulate of Bangladesh in New York. Akas and Ismat at the BD Supermarket has also given generously to support youth sports team, mosques, and other community-based nonprofit organizations. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Passaic County Board of County Commissioners that it hereby publicly recognizes and applauds Akas Ali and Isma Ali and the BD Supermarket for the significant contributions they have made and the exemplary service and leadership they have unselfishly devoted to the County of Passaic and to the community. Let it be further proclaimed that the Board of County Commissioner wishes Akas and Ismat Ali and their family and all of the employees of BD Supermarket continued happiness and success. Congratulations. Come on, one of you guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, commissioners, giving us this award. We've been here in America for almost 50 years, trying to make that American dream come true. Hopefully, we have succeeded in that, and we would like to give our service to the rest of the people around. Thank you.
And as well, our Sheriff, Richard Burnick, who also has a certificate for you guys, and you also have a certificate from our County Clerk, Danielle Island.
So unfortunately, the certificates are not here. They're in the process of being made for the additional recipients. But I just want to say again, personally, congratulations on a job well done. And again, living the American dream. Congratulations.
All right. Sure.
Oh, John. Thank you, John.
Back right front.
Thank you.
Thank you. In front of the podium.
Go in front.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, my pleasure. Congratulations. John. Councilman, come on. When I get in here. He's not used to a meeting running so short. Thank you again.
Want to do yours after?
Yeah, I'll do mine.
So I want to invite Dr. Pradeep Acharya up to join us as our third honoree. And that's my colleague Bruce James to read the proclamation.
Oh, yeah. So because of the census, we know what happened in Passaic County, particularly in Patterson. It's immigrants, a lot of them South Asian immigrants who came to this county and drove the economy for 10 years. 10 years. Patterson went from a class 2 city to a class 1 city, which allows them, all because of immigrants, which allows them to get more state aid for the kinds of things that are important to everybody, like schools and roads and things like that. So I worked at social services for 31 years before I made a mistake and came here. And you know, a lot of the workers who are over at social services are from South Asian communities. They all really deeply care about the people that they service there. And that's where people get food stamps and help in rentals and get Medicaid and institutional Medicaid and take care of their parents. This is what is in their hearts, and that's a very South Asian value. And you brought it to us. Most of our workers that you're looking at here, a lot of them are from your communities. Our human services director, our I forget what they call you. Our personnel officer, we probably call you something else. All from South Asian communities. So we are very blessed to have the people that we're honoring a lot of people tonight. We're blessed to have even more of you who work in this county and provide services to the people of this county. And it's unmatched services that we get from this community, these communities, and we're so happy that you're here. So let me get to who I'm reading for, which is you.
Yes.
So it's whereas the month of May has been designated Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in recognition of the outstanding achievements and contributions made to the United States by immigrants from Asia and the Pacific Islands and their descendants. The Board of County Commissioners of the County of Passaic deem it fitting and appropriate at this time to honor and recognize Pradeep Acharya. And whereas Pradeep was born and raised in
Ahmedabad.
Ahmedabad, India, sorry, and received a degree in pharmacy at LM College of Pharmacy, and then worked for 3 years in the pharmaceutical research and development in India, developing medications for the prevention and treatment of cancer and diabetes before being recruited to manage the Muscat Pharmacy in Oman, where he lived from 1992 to 1995, learning to speak fluent Arabic, then immigrated to the United States with his wife, Hina, whereas in 2000, Pradeep became the proprietor of Florida Drugs and Liquors in Patterson. And at the time, the pharmacy was already 100 years old, having been founded at 483 Broadway by Edmund B. Pellet in 1900, then operating as Pellet Brothers beginning in the 1908, as E.B. Pellet and Sons Druggists since 1942, and as Florida Drugs at 507 Broadway after 1973. Whereas Pradeep expanded his business to include 2 other pharmacies in Patterson, Barnett Pharmacy and Presidential Pharmacy, as well as 15 pharmacies in New York State, including the outpatient pharmacy for Montefiore Hospital Systems. Whereas Pradeep served as president of the Indo-American Pharmacist Society in the tri-state area for 3 years, and as the society's chairman of the board of the past 5 years, whereas Pradeep has become known in the community as Dr. P and is trusted resource to where the local residents go for advice on mental health and addiction and for help paying for needed medications. And he serves as the consulting pharmacist to the Straight and Narrow Residential Treatment Facility operated by Catholic Charities in Patterson, which deals with addicts. Whereas during the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Acharya helped community by offering free testing and vaccinations and provided those other services to senior citizens in their homes. And whereas in addition to giving generously to local charities, Pradeep Acharya partnered with another Indian American pharmacist to create a new school of pharmacy and inspired his own experience walking and riding his bicycle as long distance to attend pharmacy school. He donated funds to provide 2-3 buses to transport students and across the region. By the way, from your experience, that actually is a great thing to do.
Thank you.
I try to ride a bike. It's just anyway. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Passaic County Board of County Commissioners that it hereby publicly recognizes and applauds Pradeep Acharya for the significant contributions he's made and the exemplary service and leadership he has unselfishly devoted to the County of Passaic and to the community. Be it further proclaimed that the Board of Commissioners wishes Pradeep Acharya and his family and his employees continued happiness and success.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The sheriff wants to come up too. You coming up, Sheriff? And this is from Danielle Ireland.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Pretty special.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Want to speak?
Yes, yes. Thank you everyone for your time. It is really my pleasure and honor to stand here on behalf of entire South Asian community as well as on behalf of my family. I feel so proud today. And thank you very much for entire county board as well as Commissioner John Barlott. I really appreciate all this honor from bottom of my heart that I had done a lot of work so far as Indian community is concerned back in my country to India. But probably I'm being at county level or government level. It is first time that I'm being recognized in United States at Passaic County. Thank you very much for everything. And another thing I would like to tell that I came from very small town and at very bottom level of economical place. I worked hard and I became pharmacy graduate. I did some research work for cancer drugs and many important drugs which were useful for the community. And regardless whether I made a profit or not profit, all those are secondary. But I feel so honored and feel so happy at my heart that whatever I have done, many people are using my research work and drugs are right now in the market are being, many people are getting treated from them, as well as my charity contribution at the school level or we made a pharmacy school there, which is underprivileged kids. If they want to become pharmacist or professional school, we do have scholarship for them, even to encourage them. I had donated a good amount of money to give at my father's name, Vinod Bhai Acharya Gold Medal to the pharmacy student as well as PhD student from the pharmacy school. So I would be very happy. Even at USA here, we do help people with the student as well as with a scholarship, with good guidance, and give them job opportunity at the pharmacy level through Indo-American Pharmaceutical Society. These are just little good work what I have done, but I'm so thankful, and this would have not been possible without help of my family and their encouragement. My wife Hina and my all 3 kids are being here taking video of me. They are feeling so proud that this is the first time that they are here to see this proud moment, and I'm so happy and honored. Thank you very much, everyone. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Everybody who comes up here from these communities, look how selfless they are. This isn't, they don't make it about themselves. They make it about the work that they do to help others. So you are selfless, and that
Yes,
really is impressive. And
Thank
you came from a small
Thank you.
town and
Thank
look the impact you've had. Yeah, we gotta have,
Let's step
we
up
gotta
front.
have you. We go. So here. Right. Well, I'm just gonna stand on the podium.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
So again, I don't want to stand in between everyone here and their food, but again, just if I can have Dr. Sunbay Ju please come up, as well as President Sin and Chairman Lee, if you'll come up as well. I would just like to say again, thank you so much for your support in the community. I know this is not your first time with us here in Passaic County. Your voice is phenomenal, and you have been here, as I said previously, with the entire orchestra. I know they weren't available today, but again, I thank you for your contributions to our community and for supporting law enforcement as well. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sheriff. Yeah, Sangbei, thank you so much for that, for being part of the program and also for connecting us with all the other folks that were part of today's program. It meant a great deal. Why don't we grab a quick photo? And I also, as folks are coming down, I want to acknowledge that we're also joined this evening by the Andrew Jae-hoon Kim Memorial Foundation, Mr. Jae-ho Choi, Mr. Hyung-koo Sin, Mr. Chang-Moo Lee, Ms. Hyeran Park, Director of the Fa Park Family Foundation, the Bel Canto International Society in the form of Mr. Sungbei Ju and the accompanist, Mr. Ho Jung Choi, Ms. Jong Soo Kim, and Jin Hong Kim, who were part of the art program. So actually, would all of you join us here? And maybe it's a bit of a large group. We'll gather over here and take a photo.
You want to come up?
Come on. I'm sorry?
What's wrong?
I'm tall? 6'3". I used to.
Same.
Same? Play ball?
Used to.
Yeah, we all used to. Did you play basketball?
Just a little bit. It was amateur.
Where?
Not a professional.
Where'd you go to school?
So I went to I used to medicine school instead of basketball.
And also, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Dr. Sanjay Shaw. Again, a great doctor, surgeon, always with the community. And I thank you for all your humanitarian efforts going out and treating everybody. For no money, I want to say, traveling and treating people from your heart. Thank you, doctor.
All right. Yes. I'm going to ask my colleagues to come down one more time, and we'll get a picture with the girls from the temple who did our opening prayer. And as my colleagues come down, I just want to thank everyone one last time for joining us. I always enjoy this celebration. I think it really brings out the best people, and that's all of you. And thank you very much.
Yeah. Why don't we wait for you guys?
Congratulations.
Hey, LCD. It's my LCD.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, we're,
Me and Bruce are ready.
We're good.
Yep, ready. Buy me a drink first.
Commissioner Bartlett, before we leave, should we stay until you figure out where? Are we? Wait, you call us up again? I'm afraid to go back.
Okay. It's done.
Just remind people that they.
I'm gonna do that. What? Okay. Commissioner Bartlett? Can you hear me? Okay.
He's trying to get.
You want me to? I want everybody to go downstairs and enjoy the nice food. I can do that? Well, first of all, I would like a round of applause for Commissioner Bartlett for putting together a very nice. And the next thing I'm going to announce is that we have a nice spread downstairs of food. And while we continue with the work of the people, I invite all of you to please head downstairs and bon appetit.
Be there in 5 minutes.
I'll try what I can.
Good goal.
Okay, folks, if we can move downstairs quietly and safely. Yes. Got it. Okay. As far as commissioner reports, Commissioner James, do you have anything you want to mention?
Our health officer here, who left the country for 5 days and didn't tell me she was. So we've been meeting, and this is something that the governor's wife is deeply involved in. So it's a fact that women of color are far more likely to die in carrying a child than people in the white community. Women in minority communities are overwhelmingly more likely to die of breast cancer than in other communities. And Black men are much more much more likely to die from prostate cancer. And all of those are access, some fear of testing. So when you're late to a cancer diagnosis, your chances of living are far less, than if you're not late. The sooner you find a cancer, the better off you are in treatment. And so, our goal is to get men to at least have a PSA test. We have women that we want to try to get some resources where they can get mammograms, pap smears, and try to improve the longevity of. Listen, infant mortality is through the roof for those communities, and we're trying to keep. The governor's wife is very serious about trying to keep mothers alive and keep babies alive and try to improve those odds. So we're going to work with her. But we have St. Joe's involved and St. Mary's involved and other places involved. And Charlene has been, as always, at the forefront of these things. And we're going to make a difference. You know, if we can save some lives by getting access to good medical care and have good medical practices, then we should have an impact that will make a difference in Passaic County big time. So that's what we've been working on, and that's what we plan on continuing.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anyone else? I do have communication from the governor's office. Real quick, I'll read it. The New Jersey Department of Transportation continues its commitment to communities' initiative to help local governments succeed in delivering transportation projects. In line with this initiative, I am pleased to inform you that Passaic County has been selected to receive $1,327,000 in transportation alternatives set-aside program funding for the Spruce Street Phase 2 project. Thank you very much, Governor, for this nice piece of change.
And Director, if I could just chime in, we all attended the Hinchcliffe Stadium grand opening, which was a wonderful accomplishment for the city, for Mayor Sayegh, for our 35th district legislators. Commissioner Cruz spoke about all of the ways the county is helping support the infrastructure, and this is in line with that, how the county is playing a major role in building the infrastructure into and out of the national park. So.
Okay. I have a motion to open a public portion of the meeting.
I'll move it.
Motion made by James.
Second.
Second by Bartlett. Roll call.
County Commissioners Cruz.
Yes.
Duffy.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Lazare. I'm sorry, Deputy Director Bartlett.
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Anyone from the public wishing to be heard, please step forward, state your name, your address. I want to remind you that anything that you say is a matter of public record, and also that you will have approximately 3 minutes to deliver your remarks. As soon as
I recommend the 3 minutes start when the podium
moves
turns.
everything around and doesn't break anything.
Hello, good evening, all. My name is Chris Marinoso, and I'm a rising to at the Elizabeth Hobbs School of Law. This past week, I started a clerkship at the County Counsel's Office. I wanted to briefly take a moment and thank you all for creating this opportunity for me. I look forward to cultivating my legal research and writing skills with the County Clerk's Office within this position, beside all of the phenomenal attorneys at the county's office. This truly feels like a full circle moment because I am a born and raised resident of Passaic County. I wanted to express my gratitude and excitement by sharing that I could not think of a better way to kickstart my legal career than to serve within the county and put my best efforts.
Seeing no one at the podium, I move to close the
Second.
public portion.
Motion made by Duffy, second by Cruz. Roll call.
County Commissioners Cruz.
Yes.
Duffy.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett.
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. County Council informs me that we are adding L41 as a late starter and I'm going to pull L22. Motion for L41.
Did I read? Director, through you, L41, the resolution retaining Gibbons PC to conduct an internal workplace investigation for the County of Passaic pursuant to NJSA 48:11-5 et sec. I would just please add L41 to the consent agenda.
Okay, we're on that separately. Okay. By the way, anyone wishing to have any resolution voted on separately, please let us know now. And no one doing that, I'll take a motion for the consent agenda L1 through L21.
Second. I make that motion.
Second.
Okay, all right. Take a motion to add L41.
Got it.
So moved.
Motion made by Duffy, second Cruz. Roll call.
County Commissioners Cruz.
Yes.
Duffy.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett.
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Now we'll take a motion for L1 through L21 and L23 through L41.
I'll move it.
Motion made by.
Second.
Second by Cruz. Any discussion? Roll call.
County Commissioners Cruz,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
Gallo, James,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. I'll take a motion on new business personnel.
Yeah, can I just say one thing at a time? I'm really proud of you for doing this. I think you have the right department. We have great attorneys over in our office. You're going to learn a lot of good stuff. It took years to build that department together, and it's continuing to be one of our best departments. So welcome aboard. If you need food, come down to our office. Sandy usually brings food, so you'll be back. Anyway, I move the personnel agenda.
Second.
Motion made by James, second by Bartlett. Roll call.
County Commissioners Cruz,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
Gallo,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. The bills.
Without further comment, I'll move the bills list.
Made by James.
Second.
Second by Bartlett. Roll call.
County Commissioners Cruz,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
Gallo,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Once again, Commissioner Bartlett, thank you very much for a wonderful
was good.
program you
Good
put
show.
together. And good evening, everyone. Have a safe trip home and bon appetit downstairs. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Gallo, second by Bartlett. Roll call.
Aye.
Aye.
You don't need
County Commissioners Cruz.
Yes.
Duffy.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
James. Deputy Director Bartlett.
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Good night. Good night. Get out.